Okay.
Hi guys, I'm George from DoraHacks, and welcome to the first episode of the Dora Grant DAO Community Voting Round 1 Finalist Demo Session. I'll be your host and moderator for this demo session, and please feel free to reach out to me at any time via my Telegram at GP_Dora if you would like to connect and chat more about building a project, or if you want to chat about partnerships with DoraHacks. For a bit of background on the Dora Grant DAO program, it is a community-driven program to fund the hacker movement, explore and assist hackers with innovative ideas, and eventually help them build important products for the future of multi-chain Web3 ecosystems. At DoraHacks, we love to support the hacker movement and strongly encourage our community to participate in helping select which startup projects they believe in by voting for the projects which they would like to see receive funding from the Dora Grant DAO. So we'll just take a look at some slides. I'll speak through the voting and the staking function. So essentially, one vote equals 0.5 VC Dora, and the funding allocation will be given to teams that receive the highest amount of votes. So the way in which the VC Dora will the way that it will work is essentially you get VC Dora, which is voice credit Dora, by staking your Dora token. Now, in order to stake the Dora token, you also need some ETH in your wallet, which we'll talk through in a moment. And then when you vote for the grantee projects, essentially one vote, as I said, is 0.5 VC Dora, and there'll be some BNB for the gas fee. So in terms of staking, step one is to connect your wallet to the DoraHacks staking function, and then click Stake Dora. From there, then you'll choose an amount to stake and your lock time, and then the amount that you receive back in VC Dora is dependent on obviously how much you stake and your lock time, which you can see in this slide here. And then from there, you can check your VC Dora balance within the staking function, and then once the voting comes live, you'll be able to vote for which projects you would like to see get funded. So that's the VC Dora and the staking function, which is important for the Dora Grant DAO, for the community members watching that want to participate. So from there, today we've got 3 finalist projects which are joining us to speak about what they're building and give us all a demo. They are Beepo, Owlando, and Sisyphus-protocol. For the audience, feel free to share any questions that you have during the session in the YouTube or Binance Live chat room, and I'm more than happy to ask these questions as we go to the teams. So without further ado, let's welcome the Beepo team to present their project to us. Welcome, man.
Hello, everyone. I believe you can hear me, George.
Yes.
All right. The name is Michael from Beepo, and I'm excited to actually share Beepo with you. And our goal in Beepo is to actually create a social connection using blockchain technology. And one of our core vision is to actually increase and make the adoption of blockchain technology easy for everyone. So our mission here is we are creating an ecosystem of complete and absolute privacy where users have total control on how their data is used, how their data are shared, how their data are stored. And we are also integrating an AI-powered moderation system that would eventually regulate the usage of the platform itself. So our goal is to eliminate biased, human-controlled censorship that are based on political motivation or that are motivated by political concerns and and also the decisions of private organizations rather than that of a broader people. So the problems we're solving with people is privacy issues and social media usage. So we know a lot of people actually make use of the social media platform uh, majorly around the world, and those platforms actually collect so much data from users, and such data are your health information, your religious information, your face recognition data, your private communication, your personal photographs, your location data, and so many others. But one issue around this data collection around Web2 social platform is the fact that these platforms are susceptible to hack. And then when this platform experience some sort of hacking or data breach, your informations that are stored on this database are eventually exposed to someone you don't actually know. And now about bias and centralized censorship. So the regulation idea behind social media platform is actually based on a private decision and political concern in most cases. So we've had scenarios where individuals are actually censored based on certain political concerns and stuff like that. And then complexity around social media platforms, blockchain projects rather. So we know a lot of blockchain projects actually keep on existing, but there's an issue around adoption, which is how do we onboard and make sure those who are not vast with enough knowledge about the blockchain technology, how do we onboard them into this, this new era without actually getting them confused. So we tend to work around the user experience design using Beepo, where we are able to onboard users into Beepo and make them gradually embrace the blockchain technology itself. So, yeah, the solutions here that Beepo is providing is multi-chain support. So, in order for us to utilize the solution, in order for us to actually reach a global scale, in order for us to actually scale, in order for us to actually reach the right individuals, we are supporting multiple networks. So, networks like Binance, network like the Ethereum, the Bitcoin network, and numerous networks built based on partnership. So we are merging various ecosystem in the blockchain industry together using people. So we also have API support. We'll be developing APIs that could be utilized by other Web2 platforms. And here we have in-chat transactions. So we are adding features that allows users communicate financially, execute transactions directly from their DMs, directly from their chat, without the need of copying complex characters like your wallet addresses and stuff like that. You could just easily communicate with someone and send them token. And here, e-commerce features. So we are creating solutions for freelancers and small scale business owners where freelancers can now easily make transactions, execute transactions, send money and receive money across borders without actually, going through complex requirements for that. And then here, decentralized, the platform is decentralized and it is autonomous as it is not controlled by any human. Okay, this why we need people. So the suspension of individuals' bank accounts. We all know all these are based on political concern. The fact that when individuals come out to speak for their rights and stuff like that, and if this is affecting certain political goals and stuff like that, then their accounts or their tweets or whatever decisions they make is automatically censored because it seems to have actually triggered some political powers and stuff like that. And yeah, we have the key things to prove, which is GPS trackers that monitors users' activities and the website and other stuff like that. People does not track your data. This is what this page is meaning. So we do not track your personal information. We do not use GPS tracker. Neither does people collect any sense of data from your application or from the user itself. Now, Beepo also is an all-in-one solution. Like we said earlier, you can execute transactions within Beepo. You can interact with individuals, and also you can make business transactions as a freelancer within Beepo. So on the next slide, okay, I would be sharing the demo on how the Beepo application actually works shortly. Okay, I hope you can see my screen. This is the simulation of the Beepo application itself, and this is how the Beepo app actually works. So when you launch the Beepo app, you go through the walkthrough, the get started page. You create an account. When creating an account using the Beepo application, you do not need to input personal information, as we do not collect your phone number. Neither do we request for your email address. So you just input your name. And afterwards, you protect your application with your personal PIN that you could always remember after that. So your account will be generated. And in this account generation process, a wallet is automatically generated for you too. Now, if you can see here, the wallet integrated in Beepo is multi-chain as we support the Bitcoin network, the Binance token, with the Ethereum network, the Caduceus network, Celo network, and several other networks also. You can execute transactions here. So let's execute a transaction now. I'm trying to send some token using the Beepo. So I want to send one BNB to a friend. Now we can see the list of contacts right here. We have James, we have Andre, we have Precious, we have Bolu. So I want to send some token to Bolu. By clicking on the user there, automatically his wallet address is placed here, and which makes it easier for those who are not, used to the complexity behind the blockchain technology actually execute and utilize this application. So here you input your PIN, and then your transactions is successful. So back here in the chat section, sorry for the lagging. So let's create our account again. All right. So right here in the chat section, you can easily interact with a user. Okay, so you send messages and they respond. You can send voice notes, you can send images, you can take a picture, you can make video calls, you can make audio calls also. And you can send them token also from here. So once you click the dollar sign within the Beeple chat, you can decide to send or request a token from someone. If you're sending a token to someone, you come up with a pop-up just shows up your screen. You input the amount of token you're sending to this person, hit the send button, and the person receives this deposit directly. And here you can see a catalog here. So for freelancers and small scale business owners, they can have stock catalog here where they could post their products and services. And here we have some security features that prevents the person you're actually having a conversation with screenshot your conversations without your consent, and then you can decide to let this person send you medias or not. And right here we have a dark browser. So we while making it easier for users to utilize blockchain the blockchain features within the People app, we want them to be able to interact also with the wallet, with the inbuilt People wallet. We want to give them the ability to interact with third-party applications within the People app itself. So uh, we also have the moment function, the moment features. And what this feature does is that it allows the users share moment. You go out on a picnic and you want to share that with your contacts, with your colleagues here. That can be done easily by just uploading it to your to the status here, and then your viewers can actually interact with it. So this is it for the Beeple app simulation. Now let's go back to our slide and let me show you a couple of stuffs. So now on our slides here, we can see the markets we are actually dominating, which is we are existing in the crypto space, the social media space, and the e-commerce space. What makes Beeple unique is that it is not just onboarding users from the crypto space. It is also onboarding users from various scopes of life itself. Users who are not crypto enthusiasts, users who are not conversant with the blockchain technology can also utilize Beeple without actually having any issues, because if you are a social media user and you actually prioritize your privacy, then Beeple is the right choice for you to use. If you're a freelancer and you absolutely want to skip the issues surrounding, the issues surrounding border transactions made across borders, then Beepo is the right decisions for you, is the right choice for you to make. So here our user base breakdown: individuals, everyone, businesses, so small scale business owners like the freelancers, like I said earlier, content creators, so users who are content creators can utilize the moment features to create content and get rewarded by users. And then crypto investors, so those who are conversant with crypto technology can utilize the Beepo wallet and the Beepo dark browser for crypto investment. Now, our competitive advantage is that Beeple has the interaction, the user interaction with Beeple, the server interactions with Beeple are all secured with end-to-end encryption, multi-chain support, small to large-scale business support, autonomous and AI-powered moderation system, earning and resources for creators, and then we support AI resources for creators also. Here, our go-to-market strategy: the business model on Beeple is we charge a small percentage on transactions, and then creators will actually uh, earn over 70% from all their earnings within the Beeple application itself. And here, these are the list of our competitors. Okay, and then yeah, this is a Beeple team. Now let's talk about the Beeple partners. So if you can see, the Beeple is actually backed by several ecosystem leaders here. So the reason for our ecosystem partnership and expansion is because we want to merge various blockchain ecosystem together through social networking. So users who are from various supported blockchain integrated into the Beeple app. So if I am from the Binance ecosystem, if I am from the Ethereum ecosystem, if I am from the Caduceus ecosystem, I find it easier to utilize Beeple because Beeple supports the network from which I am used to. So now, if I am not a blockchain expert, I am utilizing the Beeple application also. I do not need to worry about the crypto functions of people or the blockchain functions of people because people also onboards users who are not experts in the blockchain scope. So yeah, I think that is all for this presentation. So thank you very much.
Okay, thanks for your presentation. I appreciate your time. So a question I had for you was, obviously we've seen not similar apps, but we see these kind of like, it's almost like a combination to me of various apps within like Instagram, Facebook. It's a combination of all these Web2 social fi applications. So how do you plan to onboard non Web3 users into the Beepo application? Hamid, did you get that? I wasn't sure if maybe you cut out
Yeah, sorry about that.
or you dropped out. All good. I just asked the question. All good. No worries. I'll repeat the question. So, I mentioned that we've seen like obviously we see various Web2 applications in the social fi space like Instagram, Facebook, all these Snapchat, all these kinds of applications. So, how do you plan to get users to come over from Web2 into Web3 and using the Beepo application? I mean, how do you plan to onboard Web2 users?
Okay, so in the scope of onboarding Web2 users first,
Mhm.
we are targeting freelancers first. So users who are executing, services online, but are having issues with cross-border transactions. So we talk to them. We let them know that okay, with people, it is easier for you to, execute transactions with your clients across borders. So this makes it easier for them. And then also for those who are the day-to-day users of blockchain technology, social media platforms like the WhatsApp Messenger, the Telegram Messenger, and stuff like that. So we speak with influencers also who could utilize our platforms and then thus onboarding their viewers, their followers to the platform. And then for content creators, so with the moment function, we are working on an earning system for content creators. So onboarding content creators into the Beeple application itself makes it easier for their fans and those who love streaming content basically into the Beepo application without hassles.
Yeah, I'm not sure that makes sense. And in terms of like the revenue model for you for Beepo, how does that work? So you mentioned you take fees.
Okay, yeah. So we take a percentage charge from the in-app transactions. Okay, so this is used to fund the project. That is our revenue model, but it is very, very, very cheaper. It is way cheaper than any exchange would actually charge from you. That is one. And then we also we're creating a revenue model for content creators. So content creators would also receive earnings from creating content within the Beepo application. So with that, they earn out of the earning, they tend to get over 70%, which is way higher than any platform that is any content creators platform would actually ever offer to content creators themselves. And then we also earn from APIs. So once APIs are rolled out for third-party platforms, so for each API calls, we charge less than $0.05 per API calls.
Okay, got it. Cool. Perfect. Well, thank you. Thanks for your time. And if any other questions come up, I'll mention them as we go.
Thank you very much.
Perfect. And now we'll welcome the next team, the Owlando team.
Hi everyone, this is Shulin from
Welcome.
Owlando. Yes, it's really happy today to share you our project about Owlando. So let me quickly share my screen.
Sure.
I'll turn off my camera during the presentation to ensure smooth presenting. Let me know if you can see it.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, so Owlando is user-generated content online gaming platforms. In Orlando's, a user can carry on multiplayer online interruptions such as parties, concert, conference, and if user want to be more creative, they can rely on our local editors to create their own metaverse. Our mission is to allow users to create and own their metaverse at a low cost. So to start, how we start. So let's look at the market overview to get a sense of why we start this project. So currently there are three main player on the metaverse, decentralized metaverse place, and we see that three of them actually more or less have the same market cap, which implicates that there's no killer app exists in the market, which means like there's no application that is dominate the market yet. We see opportunity in this, and we believe that the reason for that there's no player that is dominant in this market is because the user are not engaged in the creation and the cost to build and own a metaverse is still expensive for individual or startup or DAOs with low budget to build their decentralized lands. Based on this, we build Owlando and hope to bring to the community a platform that allow metaverse to access to everyone at a zero fee and a low entrance barrier. Thanks to our experienced developer who have previously worked in big tech companies, we have a quite complete infrastructure already in Owlando. So to better illustrate how our project works, we simply jump into our platform and show how it works. So once you connect to your wallet, So you have a variety of meta themes on your fingertip to choose. So you have the first session is the 3D metaverse themes provided by Owlando official for free. The second one is themes session is themes provided by our users, and the third session is by our business partners, DAOs. And so we can pick one theme to go and explore. Yes. So Owlando is accessible by PC, VR, and mobile. It's powered by DCM Global Acceleration. So user can access to our platforms anywhere in the world, anytime. So you can control, this is the effect for bond in this world. So the space that I'm sharing is a global globe space. So user can control these avatars to perform online on-chain interruptions, and even like more complicated gaming. We're adding more features on the avatars itself here. But you can see you can move smoothly in the space. Yes. So and if you want to become be more creative and create your own space, we also provide platforms in Orlando, the editor in Owlando, to achieve that. So next to your account, you see there's a create meta button. You can choose either to choose flat land or a globe version, which is under beta. So for simple demonstration, we will choose the flat lens to show you how you can quickly create your matters in a fingertip, on our fingertips. So once you're inside the local editors, you can simply click and drop and build your space. Our developer is working on to bring in to increase the elements available in these local editors. So I'm going to only create a simple space. Once you finish creation, you can click save, and let's give it a name for the month, and sign with your signature. Yeah, our platform is currently deployed on the testnet. So let's wait a bit. Yes, it is successful. Great. So once it's safe, you can see you actually need some refresh. It will show in your account under your account, my meta. So you can choose either build a more sophisticated and complicated metaverse space, or you can, if you're confident and you want to share with everybody, and you can already mint. Yeah. So let's mint NFT. Yes. So it's already created. You can see in your listing. Yeah, you can see it's untrained. So once it's published, creator and or NFT owners can monetize the NFTs by using our NFT marketplace. You can choose to buy and sell or rent the NFT skins for on our marketplace. Owner and creators can also join our marketing affiliate programs to share advertisement revenues on the NFT market. Yes. So our mission is to make metaverse to access to everyone at a low cost, and we believe low cost and means low entry barrier is the key to scale up and to push the adaptation of metaverse. Also, low cost doesn't mean we are going to compromise the infrastructure and the technology used. We have in our protocol, we have a resource pool protocol, which is critical to maintain the growth and operation in the platform. With the resource pool protocol, Owlando will introduce tokens and coins from external projects, and those token and project will be rewarded, will be used to reward our creator and users who perform activity in the Sims. So come to our business model. So there are 3 streams of revenues. The first one is UGC Pro services subscription. So we offer zero cost, low code editors to create meta sims, but also we provide more advanced features for professional users at a certain fee. And the second one will be marketplace commission model. So whenever user buy and sell, we'll charge different rates of commissions. And the third one is the marketing affiliate programs. We are increasing our commercial partners space. And for example, we are looking for local like restaurant or shops or others commercial partners to operate advertisement on our platforms. And we will share part of the profit with the owners, NFT owner, and the creators on our platform for the advertisement revenues. Here is a brief attribution of our distribution of our tokenomic. So most part of our tokens will be used to develop and maintain the platforms, bringing liquidity into the ecosystems and reward our early adopters. Currently, we have released our beta versions for the public to collect feedbacks and bug fixing. And in Q4, we will work on enhance our image quality and in-game plays experience and technical improvement. And in next year, Q1, we will introduce external projects into our ecosystems and help them to build up the network on our platforms. So quickly come to our team structure. Our advisor is Shelai, is founder of Lingo 3D, a 3D provider, platform providers, a major player in the 3D world. And our team is quite small, but Zisu and Jack, they're ones. They all have many years experience in big tech company, and they are one of the highest paid developer in Jithong. And this is Shilin. Yes. So that's it. If you have any question, feel free to shoot to me. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. Thanks for your presentation. A question that I had for you was in terms of your target user base, who are your target users for the Owlando?
So our target user is ordinary people who is curious about metaverse and who would like to build their own metaverse. But we know that if there's a higher fee, which charged by most of the player now, existing big player now, it actually put a big barrier for the adaptation. So they stop the individuals player to enter and create. And also for like young startup, sometimes they want to build their prototype and but short on budget, or they just want to test the market using a simple product. And our platform will be their best choice. And in this way, we can also channel the user from those startup community or DAOs to our platforms. So that's how we going to attract user and growth, retain
Okay.
as well, because we keep bringing like good external projects to the platform, and user can reward. It work as a way of growth the user and also retain the user on our platform.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, you mentioned obviously that your target audience is pretty much everyone, but I mean, who do you believe it's most useful for? Who do you think that it has the best use case to use it in terms of what type of user?
We think at the beginning there will be mainly DAO and young startup, because they are the people who know more than the ordinary people about metaverse and stuff, and know where to find the best resources. But as the metaverse adoption develop, I think more and more individual will get to know it through the startup they're following or project they're following, and then they got to discover us. So we think there's some stage. So at the beginning, there will be some people who have a more metaverse background, who know how to leverage on our platform. And then later, ordinary people, they have some daily basic social need. For example, to organize a birthday party in a metaverse world, and they want to create their own metaverse world as well for to interact with their maybe friends online or family, or even like have a concert, because we also have a quite good 3D voice effects on Owlando. So those individuals will gradually find the value in metaverse, and we see it's a natural process as the metaverse concept become more widely adopted. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate
Thank
you sharing more about Owlando. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
And now we will welcome the Sisyphus-protocol team.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. Yes, perfect.
Okay. Then I will start. Okay, good morning, and we are from Sisyphus-protocol. And in today's presentation, I will start by explaining what Sisyphus-protocol is and why we're doing this. And then I will show you our demo video. And Sisyphus-protocol is like an assistant to help people achieve their goals. We decided to go for such a project because we noticed some problems that are becoming increasingly evident in today's society. We found that nowadays people are very impatient and we have so many things we want to do, such as fitness, learning foreign languages, and reading and traveling and so on. And there are so many options, so it is quite easy for people to be distracted and end up not being able to stick to anything or accomplish anything. So we hope that we can build a program to help people better keep going and accomplish their goals. Our Sisyphus protocol can be divided into 4 parts, which are teaming, staking, recording, and rewarding. And the users will form their own teams and stake stable coins into the pool. And then each time they complete a task, they have to record and upload to the blockchain. And at the end of the activity, those who successfully complete the task will share the stable coins from those who failed, and also get our platform tokens, which is SYP. Let me give you an example. And first of all, if you want to start an activity, there are 2 ways, because you need to form a team on the platform, right? One is to organize activities as a host, and the other is to participate in activities organized by others as a participant. Let's start. Let's assume that the hero of the story is called Vitalik. We suppose Vitalik wants to motivate himself to keep working on Showbound token every day. But he searched around Sisyphus protocol and found that no one is organizing this type of activity. So he thought he could organize one as a host himself. And to host an activity, it is necessary to submit the proposal on the blockchain and receive votes from users with our governance token, which is SYS, and get more than half of the votes in favor. But in the early stage of the project, since no one has the governance token, there will be a more centralized process, which is the review of our project site to restrict the qualification of the host in order to control the quality of the activities on the platform. After Vitalik has successfully obtained the host qualification, he can set up the activity, including the description of the activity, which is to study Showbound token, and the frequency of recording. In this case, it will be once a day, and the start and duration of the activity, and the proofs of the activity to be uploaded. In this case, it can be notes of learning SVT or other outputs of personal reviews. And you can also choose between loose mode and strict mode. The strict mode means that you can't miss any day, and the loose mode allows you to regulate the stringency of the whole activity by setting a rate of achievement. Right. And this time, we say Alice, Bob, and me, and a bunch of other people thought this activity is quite interesting. So we applied and staked the required stablecoins. And Vitalik, as the host, he needed to review us. And then, for example, he found that Bob was not very much in line with his requirements. And he can return the money to Bob, and the rest of us will form a small team together. And from the day the activity begins, we need to upload our study record every day. This record will be used as credentials on the blockchain. And now, the problem is how to judge whether the record is cheating, how to distinguish whether I upload a study record of SVT or the screenshot of the World of Warcraft. We will use optimistic proof. It means that all the credentials are valid at the beginning and are completely open and transparent for everyone to check. And for example, if Vitalik thinks I cheated, he can challenge me, and the rest of the group will vote on the validity of his challenge. And if more than 66% of people approve of Vitalik's challenge, then I will be immediately kicked out of the group. And of the token staked, Vitalik will get 60% and 30% will be divided equally among those who participated in the vote, and the rest will go to the treasury. But if Vitalik's challenge fails, then his rewards will be reduced by 40%, and 75% of which will be equally distributed by the voting members, and the rest of them will go to the treasury. Okay. And the parameters I mentioned here will be dynamically regulated. And in the end, the people who failed. What? Sorry. In the end, the people who failed, they will lose all their money, and the people who succeed will get back the staked stable coins and share the stable coins of the people who failed, and while getting the platform tokens SYP. And this system can provide a kind of traction and two kinds of incentives. The traction means that the more money you put in, the more difficult it will be for you to give up. And of course, how much money you put in is your own decision. We can guarantee that money is not controlled by us, it is controlled by the code, so it will be 100% secure. And the two kinds of incentives, one is during the activity, we can see other people's situations, so there will be a sense of working together side by side. And on the other hand, because the reward system is a zero-sum game, so when the others haven't given up, it is more difficult for us to give up. And the other incentive is more simple, it's just the financial side incentive, like I said before. Yeah, and what I just said is the most basic functions. And next, I would like to talk about our future development of the paid programs, such as paid learnings. And first of all, as I just mentioned, people can get token SYP by complete tasks. And by using SYP in our pool for liquidity mining, you can get a certain amount of SYS. I also mentioned before. Okay, and this SYS has two main roles. One is the governance of the vote, and the other is to provide paid services. For example, I want to run a teaching course on Sisyphus-protocol, then I need to obtain a stake SYS. And in the period I provide paid services, the staked SYS will be burned constantly. And if they're burned out, I have to refill it. Otherwise, I have to stop the course. So what I can get from this, I can set how much each person who participates in my course needs to pay me, and how much they can give back from our from me for completing the activity or their learning. And users can choose to pay with stablecoins or our SYP token. And in other words, as long as you keep completing the activities, you can enjoy the paid courses on the Sisyphus-protocol for free. And this, sorry, I just skipped so many pages. And this system is awesome because if you look at the perspective, in fact, the person who provides the course, he or her has created an extra project on Sisyphus-protocol. We know that an XRM project may easily die, but the platform that incubated them will not. And also, in addition, from the perspective of the community, Sisyphus-protocol can also become an incubator for on-chain DAOs, where you can post tasks and set rewards accordingly. Right, now because my throat gets very tired, let me just first show you our demo video of Sisyphus-protocol, and then I will continue my presentation.
Now, I'm going to tell you how to use it. Here is our alpha version. First, for members, once you log into this app, you will be asked to connect your wallet like MetaMask in order to later participate in clocking pools that require to stake tokens. Then, you will be taken to our homepage, which is My Checker. This page is used to show the clocking schedule you are in. At the bottom are 3 buttons. In addition to My Checker, there is Find to find the campaign you are interested, and Account to show your personal information. If you want to attend the schedule, first, you can click the Find button to search the given choices on this page, see the details of your interested one. Now, by knowing more detailed information, you can choose to sign in or not. Once you click the Sign In button, your request will be sent to the campaign host, and he or she will have the right to choose the suitable members. If you are admitted, then you will become the member. But it's just the beginning. You need to finish everyday clocking task. Come back to My Checker page, and you will see now the campaign that you just joined in is available now. From day one and every day of the program, you will need to click check to submit your proof of clocking. Like this, submit your photo and test. It's very simple. It can be whatever you want to say. The most important thing is the photo, which will help your schedule mates to recognize if your proofs are valid. Each time you clock in successfully, our dynamic NFT will update once, and you will see the progress bar moving forward. It's really inspiring. If all tasks are completed, you will see the claim button here at the last day, which means that you can come and collect your rewards, including an NFT, your stake tokens, the rewards of this token pool, and a possible future reward of our own SYP tokens. But attention, under the alpha version, your staked tokens will miss if you fail to clock in once, so be sure to push yourself to finish. Let's make it together. But if you just need your campaign listed here, what can you do? Just create a new one, be our early host, and do that by click the create button on the front page. As a host, you need to fill the details of your project to better attract more members. Also, you will need to select the accounts that sign in your schedule. As a reward, in the end, you will receive host salary, which is 20% of the staked tokens. Now, just start your Sisyphus journey and have fun.
And that was our demo video. And I will continue. Since we still have times, let me introduce our token structure. Before, I have mentioned two types of tokens, which are SYP and SYS. We use a double token model. One reason is to raise the barrier of using paid services to control the overall quality of the activities on the platform. And the other one is that the two tokens can control each other. So it will be more convenient for us to regulate the price and find the right time for market making. And the SYP, it's a token with a fixed limit. Its output comes from the user's activity accomplishment, as I said before. And this is the only way to get it. So if users want to provide paid services, they must first hold a certain amount of SYP, and they must do long-term mining. And the SYP will not be burned, but mainly back to the treasury as a commission. On the other hand, SYS has no fixed circulation limit. It will be burned. As I just mentioned, it will be burned when the user they stakes the SYS to provide paid services. And in addition, regarding the liquidity mining of SYP, as we need to attract more quality users to provide content, and also considering that the attractiveness of SYS may not be particularly large in the early stage, we will provide some other tokens rewards, including stablecoins outside of SYS, just like the traditional DeFi protocol. And we also introduced a locking game mechanism. It means the longer the locking period, the higher the rate of return. We use this way to encourage the longer locking. Yeah. And the overall value of the rewards depends on the revenue of our protocol. The main source of revenue of our protocol is the fee of stable coins collected from the users who fail to complete the tasks and the users who fail to be challenged, as well as the commission collected from the paid services. And this is the distribution of SYP. When we designed the token model, we mainly paid attention to let community control most of the tokens. And for the tokens that a few people can get, including our teams, and partners, such as VCs, there will be a long-term lock and release cycle so as to control the sell-off and to ensure that the rewards of liquidity mining will not be, exclusive to a few of people. Yeah. And I think that is our presentation. And for the marketing part, we have already partnered with some DAOs and Web2 communities, and we will start with a few hundred people and gradually spread to the others, I think. Yeah. And that's all. Thank you. Oh, and we are here because most of our team members are students, and the burdens of building and running a platform are too great for us. So thank you all for your support. Thank you, and that's all.
I just had some questions. There was actually a question in the Binance Live chat room. One of the questions was, can you speak a little bit more about your project roadmap and like when the token's going to launch, etc.?
We would you mean the SYP and SRS tokens?
Yeah.
Because we're still in the early stage of the project, we will use the stablecoin mainly for the early stage.
Mhm.
And I think after a few months beta testing, we will launch our own tokens. Yeah, I think it will be more like stable for us and also for our users. Yeah, to use the stablecoins instead of our own tokens. Yeah, because because we are still building, so we cannot like pay more attention to like control the price of the tokens and to ensure the profit of our users. Yeah,
no,
and if it's not profitable, it won't be attractive for the users to use the protocol.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So in terms of a roadmap for the next 3 to 6 months, I mean, where do you see what are some of your milestones coming up?
We will be like mainly put effort on building the project, and we will finish the what I said before, all of the functions, and we will test we will have a closed beta with the DAOs and Web2 communities, as I said before. Yeah, and just improve the project itself. Yeah, after that, we will like launch the tokens and open it to more people to have a larger test. Yes.
Got it. Perfect. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for your time. And that concludes our demo session for today. So thank you to all of the teams and the presenters for joining us today and contributing all of your time and effort to today's demo session. It was really good to hear from all of you and what you and your teams are building. And of course, it's helpful for our community to better understand your project, your vision and your future plans. So guys in the audience, if you do have any questions for any of the presenting teams, please feel free to try out their product, join their community and engage with them, as I'm sure they would love to have you a part of their community. Please also don't forget that voting opens on November 5th. So as I mentioned earlier in the introduction, if you would like to participate in the voting and have your say on which teams you would like to see receive some funding from the Dora Grant DAO, please remember to stake your Dora to receive the VC Dora to be eligible to vote. And if you'd like more details on how to stake Dora and vote, please refer to the link in the description of this demo session, and you'll be able to see the DoraHacks blog post. Over the coming week, we do have a series of events like today coming up where the Dora Grant DAO finalists will be sharing their projects with all of you so that you can get more comfortable with their project and what they are building. And if you are interested in watching these and haven't followed us on YouTube and Binance Lives, please do make sure that you do so you don't miss out on any of these upcoming sessions that we are going to host for you. So thanks again for joining us today, and we hope to see you again soon. Thanks, guys. And of course, get in